Okay, hi everyone. This is part 2 of our video introduction. This one is going to focus on the 2 online web-based spaces that we'll be using for the course. The first is the Angel Content Management System, which you all are probably all familiar with, and the second is Yammer, which is a social networking site that you are probably not familiar with. So first I'll walk you through Angel and just give you an overview of how we're going to be using it in this class, so that you'll know how it may be different from how you've used it in other classes. So this is the Lessons tab, which is where all of our course content lives. And you can see that it is organized by week, so everything that you need for each week is in the folder. And there is also a final project folder, which has all the information you need for your final project. So the syllabus is here. You can refer to that whenever you need to. And each folder is organized roughly the same way, so I'll just walk you through. In each folder, you're going to find a few different kinds of content. First is you will have assigned readings each week, which usually have this kind of icon, which is a file icon, and they will upload open in the Angel window, and you can either save them or print them or read them online, whatever your preference is. You also have pages in each one that are called lessons, and the lesson is a page of content that I've created specifically for each week, and it extends what was covered in the readings, or it calls attention to specific things for you to focus on, important theories perhaps, or definitions, topics that are important for each week. So those are the basic content components for each week. You are also going to have videos to watch on some weeks. This week, in week 1, you have a TED Talk video to watch. So this icon are your lessons, and this icon are your journal articles or news articles to read, and this icon are web-based things, like this is a link to the TED Talk. You also have 2 assignments due most weeks. The first is our weekly discussion board in Yammer, and the second is the weekly quiz, the mini assessment. So you can get to those through this weekly folder as well. So when you open the lesson pages, they are just your basic HTML-based lesson page. So you can read through each of those each week as needed. So let me just show you a couple other weeks so you can see how they work. So here are your 2 readings for the week. Here's your lesson page for the week. Here is an ungraded quiz to help you understand some of the current barriers to media development that the world is facing. And then here are your 2 graded assignments for week 4. If we look at a different week, you'll find, say, week 6, which is when your first major assessment is due. You'll find the study guides, some definitions, some review things, and then here's the link for your major assessment, which you will not be able to see until it is available on your Angel site. And so down when we get closer to the end of the semester, once we start covering topics for the final project, in those weeks you will see I will eventually upload links to your classmates' projects. As you turn in your projects, I will upload them into the week that it's appropriate, and then you will be able to use those as well. And in some of the weeks immediately prior to that, you're going to find this. So don't freak out when you see that. Essentially, everybody will have some shared readings, and there will be shared lessons, and then there will be specific readings for each of you that relate to the region that you've chosen to focus on for your final project. So you only have to read the regional assignment that's like your location. So that's it. Nothing, no rocket science involved with this. If you have any questions about Angel, let me know. Yammer. Yammer is a social networking site. It's very similar to Facebook, and but it's not Facebook. What it is a social networking site that is developed for organizations. So Penn State, as an organization, has obtained a license for Yammer, and everybody who has a Penn State email address can get an account at Yammer. So within Yammer, we have our own private space for our Com 410 course. Only students who are enrolled in our course have access to it, and we will be doing a lot of assignments through that. Look in your email for an invitation to our group, but first you need to come to Yammer at Penn State and join Yammer. And you do that with your Penn State email address. Once you've joined Yammer, you will come to this, each of you will have a home page, and see how it looks very much like Facebook. You know, it's a very easy, intuitive interface. And over here on the side, you're going to see the link to our course base, which is Com 410 Spring 2013. Just ignore that. And this is where the vast majority of our activities are going to take place. You're going to see all the conversations as people post things here. I would like to call your attention specifically to the notes page, because this is where I have developed all of the discussion boards and post different things where you're supposed to post for the class. So if you look on here, in week 1 there is an introductions activity, and so if you click on that, it takes you to the week 1 introductions page, and here are the things that you're supposed to cover as you post your introductory post, and then here is where you post your response. It's very easy, so you just go here and type whatever you want to type. You can actually tag people in the group if you want to call somebody's attention, or my attention, for example. You can tag people. You can add documents and whatever you want to do. It's very easy and very intuitive. And then all of the posts for week 1 introductions will go onto this page. So you can come back to this page and read what everybody else has written and respond to them, so that you get to know your classmates a little bit. So if I go back to the notes page, then I would like to draw your attention to week 2, which is where our first graded assignment will take place. If you open the page, the note for week 2, we'll be talking about historical contexts, and here is the question prompt for you to respond to, and then you will respond here, just like in week 1, and everything will be about this topic will be in the same page. This is very important to understand, because if you go directly to our course homepage, which is, you'll see this icon at the top, and you post here, it will not be tagged under the correct note, and then I might not see it when I'm grading the assignments. So when you come to 410 to do one of the assignments for the week, make sure you always go to the notes tab, and then go into the correct assignment from here. This is very important. And they're all labeled pretty clearly, so you'll see which one you need to use. So that's a basic introduction to Yammer. As I said before, I'm going to be emailing you probably several times over the first 2 or 3 weeks of the course, to make sure that you not only join Yammer, but that you also become a member of our Com 410 Spring 2013 group. And remember, this is a private group. Only people that are in our course have access to it, and only our own group members can see what we post in here. So it is private, and so you should feel free to join in the discussions as freely as you'd like. Also, just an FYI, there's a files folder, and I will be uploading documents in here. So for example, I have the final project instructions uploaded here right now. I'll also put the syllabus in here, other things that come up as the semester progresses that you might need. So feel free to post things in here throughout the semester. If you find things that are relevant to our class, you can just post those on the main page, and we can have a conversation about those. And all graded activities take place in the notes section. That's about it. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. And I look forward to chatting with you in Yammer throughout the semester.